Hundreds of city leaders from all over Oregon met in Eugene for the League of Oregon Cities annual conference. 24 or so climbed aboard a bus for a tour of Creswell and all that's being done to ready this community for the future.
To your left is a new Comfort Inn that opened about a year ago. It is actually doing quite well. I talked to the manager.
They stopped at the airport and the Ron Petiti Pavilion.
I'm looking at the airport, I'm looking at the parks, I'm looking at the sustainability of the parks, the different kinds of parks. And the thing that I am so impressed with is how this area has taken its resources and capitalized on them and looked forward.
Water is a huge issue in nearly every community in Oregon. Treatment is expensive, new plants mean higher water rates, not an easy sell.
Water plant looks fantastic, exceptionally built. The fact that they can get away from their well water.
Those on the tour see that Creswell is ahead of the game and ready for growth when the economy turns around, a spot many envy.
In this case, if the community wants to have some jobs here, there's actually some capacity available. If a business shows up and there's no water, they won't locate.
You're taking river water and you have purified it so that you don't even have to use your wells and you don't have to use the water that's contaminated possibly by arsenic. And I see that you did it for an amount of money that I think is reasonable. But I think that, once again, you've looked into the future and you're planning for that time when you're going to have 12,000 people in this area and you're going to be able to sustain them.
The highlight of the trip for many, the middle school. Leaders oohed and awed over its design, space, and the ability to handle future growth.
It's a beautiful facility, and I think anybody could be really pleased to either send their children to school there or to go to school there.
Not many cities the size of Creswell can build a new city hall and have it paid for. Those on the tour were impressed with the planning of past and current councils and administrations.
As most of us, when hard times come, it's shut everything down until it gets better, when actually the dollar's better spent working through the downturn, getting some better deals, and putting people back to work. So I'm kind of impressed with the small community.
Creswell is ready for the future, and that preparation hasn't been easy or inexpensive. But those on this trip, city leaders from other parts of Oregon, can only wish they were as well positioned for the future as Creswell.
Well, I think what they're doing is instead of just showing up and just being status quo, they're looking forward. All the water improvements, the park improvements with community support, that they supported the middle school, those are all very good things, especially in these times. They should come out of the recession pretty well.